Samsara! It has definitely saved my company hundreds of thousands of dollars over the years. Did you guys know that most trucking companies think they know how their fleet is performing? But the truth is, many fleets and owner-operators are completely blind to what's really happening. When it comes to fuel waste, unsafe driving, trucks idling excessively, and routes quietly burning thousands of dollars. But when you have real-time visibility into your driver behavior, your fuel usage, your safety events, and your fleet performance, everything changes. Now, if you're a truck driver or owner-operator or even a small fleet owner, this kind of technology protects you, improves your safety, and helps your bottom line. And for me personally, Samsara was a game changer for our trucking company. In this video, I'm going to cover the technology, the fuel costs, the analytics, the insurance, the driver benefits, and the amazing up-to-date features that are going to help you grow your fleet. So let's get into it. So a little background history. In October of 2018, we started running Samsara across our entire fleet. And I'm proud to say that we were the first Canadian trucking company to implement their technology at scale. Now remember, this was before AI became a buzzword. Dashcams weren't everywhere. Nobody was talking about safety analytics. Most fleets were still running trucks the old-fashioned way. But many of you guys know that I am a numbers guy, and we weren't installing technology because it looked cool. We were chasing something bigger. Two things: better safety scores and better visibility into our operation. Now, while everyone else was reacting to problems, we wanted to predict them. And that decision changed how we ran our fleet. Because once you start seeing real data, you stop guessing, and trucking stops being reactive, and stats become strategy. Now let's talk about something nobody likes to admit, but you know me, I'm very open. In this industry, some fleets burn their safety score, shut the company down, and open a new MC. It's common both in the US and in Canada when their safety score gets bad, or when the reviews get ugly. They just restart. We here at ET Transport, we didn't do that. We've been running the same MC since 2006. Before we brought Samsara into our fleet, we honestly hit some safety turbulence. And when your safety score starts slipping, you don't just have a compliance problem, you have a business survival problem. Insurance hike can be astronomical. Drivers start getting pulled into scales more often, and good drivers get frustrated and leave your company. And here's the crazy part. We were recruiting drivers with clean records, but we were still getting on-road violations. At that point, we had two choices: restart the company or fix the system from the ground up. We invested in technology because we chose to fix the problem, not to restart the company. That's the difference between building a brand and just chasing a new number. Technology in trucking has been a complete game changer for our fleet. Once we installed the system, we started receiving real-time nudges, and almost immediately we started seeing results. Less on-road violations, less speeding, less seatbelt violations, less handheld device violations, and less risky driver behaviors. Now understand something, any one of those violations can push a company's safety score into the red. But imagine stacking multiple violations across dozens of trucks. That's how fleets spiral fast. And here's where a lot of drivers get it wrong. They think if you have a dash cam, someone is actually sitting there and watching them all day. That's not how it works. The AI detects behavior. If it senses that you're holding a phone, it captures a 10-second short clip and sends it to the safety manager of that company. It's not about spying, it's about correction. Because when drivers know there's accountability, behaviors change. And when behaviors change, safety scores improve. And when safety scores improve, the entire business gets much stronger. All right, now this is my favorite part. Most of you already know that I'm a data nerd. At ET Transport, our fleet averages between 7 to 8 miles per gallon right now in the midst of winter. But in the summer months, we're running between 7.5 to 8.5 miles per gallon. And every time I show other fleet owners our analytics, they're shocked because many fleets are running almost a full mile less per gallon than we are. So they ask me, how are you doing this? The answer is simple. I don't guess, I measure. We here at ET, we analyze driver behavior. We analyze the time spent on cruise control, hard accelerations, excessive RPMs and revving. Every one of those habits directly impact fuel consumption. And we all know that fuel is the #1 expense after drivers pay for any fleet. And this isn't just for fleets. For an owner-operator, improving your fuel consumption from 6.5 to 7.5 miles per gallon with today's national average prices for fuel, that could be $1,400 in your pocket every single month without driving any more miles. That's not theory, that's data turning into profit. Fuel analytics changed how we coach drivers, manage equipment, and run operations. And Samsara gives us the visibility to make those adjustments every single day. Now, every company runs their fleet differently. Everyone uses technology in their own way. But in 2026, in my humble opinion, the most important thing isn't just AI, it's API integrations. Let me explain. All the built-in features are powerful. Speeding violations tracking, driver behavior monitoring, advanced analytics insights, driver report cards, these are all great. Safety scorecards, amazing. But at ET Transport, we look at drivers differently. Yes, safety matters a lot, but production matters also. Because let's be honest, a driver running 7,500 miles per month while averaging 5.5 miles per gallon might actually be an amazing driver safety-wise, but he's costing the company more money than they're making. So we built our own performance metrics, and this is where API integrations become critical. The API allows you to pull any data points that you want and send drivers personal performance reports and compare drivers across categories inside your fleet. For example, we can instantly compare the most fuel efficient driver against the least fuel efficient driver in our company through our driver scorecards, our personal driver scorecards that we made. Not to punish drivers, but to coach them and make them see how they compare to the best driver in the fleet. Because when you combine the AI data with custom integrations, you stop managing trucks and you start managing performances. Now, before Dashcams, trucking was simple. It was always he said, she said. And most of the time, the truck driver got blamed for everything that happens on the roads. Fleets paid out claims. False accusations happened all the time, and insurance companies usually ruled against the truck driver. But after Dashcams, everything changed. Now we have proof of innocence, faster claims resolutions, clear evidence of what really happened. On the financial side, this is huge because owner-operators don't pay deductibles for accidents that aren't their fault anymore. Fleets like ours no longer absorb costs we didn't cause. Because when you have footage, the truth is visible and 100% clear. And when the truth is visible, outcomes become fair. Now, some of you out there might be thinking, what are the driver benefits? And I would be thinking that too. Technology doesn't just protect the fleets, it honestly protects the drivers. When drivers operate with systems like this, they naturally become better professionals. They become more aware of speed limits, more safety focused, more consistent with seatbelt use, comfortable responding to voice alerts and coaching. And over time, that builds something extremely valuable, a cleaner driving record. And in today's industry, your safety score is your resume. One speeding ticket, one device violation can impact where you get hired and how much you earn. I mean, we here at ET Transport, we're just a small fish, but we have strict hiring standards, and so do many of the North American fleets. We only hire drivers below a certain violation threshold, and holding a handheld device, we just can't recruit that because safe drivers create safe fleets, and safer fleets create better opportunities for drivers. How much more would our driver community benefit from these features? Now, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if it's not too much to ask, drop a comment down below or give me a thumbs up. Over the next few months, I will be creating videos on fuel consumption, AI technology, and analytics. Now, if you have any questions about the technology Samsara, put the comments down below. I'm Ronan, and I'll catch you in my next video.